Today, Sean and I are going to be talking about the top 5 NHL players of all time. And we're going to list our perspectives, their stats, and why they are truly the top 5 NHL players of all time.
Well, as Corey said, we'll be talking about the top 5 hockey players of all time. The top 5 we'll be talking about would be Connor McDavid, Bobby Orr, Mary Lemieux, Sidney Crosby, and of course Wayne Gretzky. This is why we listed these players as top 5, because overall they've been known as one of the top 5 players of all time throughout the entire league for as long since they've been in the game.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. Well, I'm not surprised because, Connor McDavid, he's a great hockey player, but he is one of the youngest all-time best hockey players.
Yeah. Just starting out, ever since he started out, he's affected the league, and he's always been known as one of the best in the league since he was a rookie.
Yeah, no, he's amazing. And Wayne Gretzky, who's to doubt? Wayne Gretzky is probably the number 1 best NHL player. And Mario, you got Bobby Orr. Sidney Crosby, he's probably at the lower end of the rope, but he's still up there.
Yeah.
With these 5 top legendary hockey players, I'm going to list their stats and also the name, their strengths and weaknesses. So starting off, we got Wayne. Wayne has 894 goals. He has 1,963 assists, way over everybody else. And total points is 2,857.
Yeah, that's from him. Just because that outstanding stat line is his point line's way above everyone else, and just that's why how much he impacted the game, how great he was, really.
Yeah, the close one's Mario, but he's 900 away from him. 900 assists away from Wayne. That's outrageous.
For points, he's still 1,000 too.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. 1,000. The lowest one is Connor McDavid, but Connor McDavid has only been in the NHL for 6 years.
And he already has 574 points.
That's outstanding.
This year alone, with a short season of 56 games, he had over 100 points.
Yeah. And Crosby's doing a great job. Crosby has a lot of assists. He is third most in assists, and he has 1,325 points. That's pretty darn good. And Bobby has 270 goals, 645 assists with 915 total points.
Bobby Orr went out there, and he did all the other things that led up to the goals and assists.
He was the playmaker. He was the defenseman. Well, he didn't play defense, but he
was grit.
Yeah.
He worked.
He threw the body around. He did turnovers. He's great.
He did the blocks. He threw the hits. He did the things that people don't talk about but are important to the game.
Yeah, very important.
For our last segment here, we're going to discuss our perspective on those top 5 players and overall who we think should be in the top 5, just with our favorite hockey players. So for me, I think these 5 hockey players are definitely the 5 best in the league has ever seen. They just impacted the league ever since they left. And Connor McDavid, he's still young, basically, compared to everyone in the league, and he's just destroying the league ever since he got it. And Sidney Crosby, he's on the end of his way, and he's probably going to retire soon in a few years, and he's still playing amazing. And Gretzky and Lemieux and Orr, they are just amazing players back in their day too, and everyone would always love to see them. That's why they'd pay for the tickets and everything. And for my 5 top favorite hockey players there for the top 5 list, I think that Crosby and McDavid would definitely be up there. But for one of my favorite hockey players to ever watch growing up was a player who's on the league right now is Pavel Datsyuk. I loved watching him, and I also think that players that like Matthews, who are still in the league, and just the people that we watched growing up, the All-Stars we watched, like Ryan Getzlaf back in his day, they're just amazing to watch growing up.
Yeah, Sean, you know what there, bud? I totally think, we've seen some great hockey players, but in my opinion, these 5 players are the players.
Now off to commercial break. We'll be back in 15.
I think at number one has to be Wayne. Wayne Gretzky is there. He has it all. Number two, Mario. Mario did great back in the day.
But is Connor McDavid still progressing since he's only still in the league?
Yeah.
So but when Sydney and then the list might change for us. But as it is right now, Mario Lemieux definitely number two.
Now Connor, he's three.
Yeah.
You gotta throw him in the third spot. In my opinion, Bobby's fourth. I don't think Sid is at fourth yet. I still think he's fifth. Not that Sid isn't a great player. He's up there. It's just
By the time that he makes it to the Hall of Fame, he'll probably be up to number 4 past Bobby Orr. But as it is right now, he's definitely number 5.
if he stays the rate he's doing, I still think Bobby is just better.
Yeah. And with these players, for a lot of hockey players, when they're just starting out as a little kid, they always dream to play in the NHL. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of effort to make it to the NHL. And it takes a special kind of player to be known as the legend in hockey in NHL history. Like these top 5 players have worked their butt off to make it to the way they are right now, and this is why they're going to be considered legends.
Yeah. So that's it with Corey and Sean's 2 cents.
To conclude, on Sean's
And Corey's 2
2
cents on who is really the top 5 greatest NHL players of all time. And join us next week with why the price of one sheet of plywood is worth a $95,000 truck.